Welcome back to my channel. Well, when you get Flight Sim 2020, the first thing that most people do, and I certainly did, was try to find my house. And then after I showed that video clip to some friends, they all said, "Oh, will you take a picture of my house?" And I spent a lot of time flying the drone around in circles, looking at Bing Maps and trying to follow roads from airports to find the house. And it got to be a real time-consuming and frustrating thing. Recently, looking through the developers menu in Flight Sim 2020, I found a cool way that you can teleport yourself to any location in the world, even to just a street address, an airport, or a point that you've located on Bing Maps. Let me show you how to do that in this short video. Now, the first step is to find the point you want to teleport to on Bing Maps. I suppose you don't have to use Bing Maps, but since the visual of the simulator is based on Bing Maps, it's one way to make sure that it's going to look consistent. Now just type the address into the search bar. In this case, I'm going to use the house I grew up in, so I won't be using my current house. And as it types, of course, it tries to select, and when you get it down to the last choice, you can select that. You can see the white pin has been dropped into the address, and by right-clicking on that, it will open up in the bottom choice. You have the lat and longs. You can even copy that or write them down so you have them accessible so that you'll be able to use those to teleport. Now you need to go back to the simulator and just hit the escape key to get to the options menu. Click General, and that'll open up General, go down to Developers, and then turn on the developer mode. Now the black Developers menu shows up at the top. You want to select Windows and select a Teleport window. This opens this window. You can see you can put an ICAO code for an airport in the top line and click the button. In this case, we're going to enter the lat longs that we just copied down. It'd be nice if they had this so you could just paste the two coordinates as they're copied right in there. Have a paste from Bing button next to the go to lat long, and then you wouldn't have to type these in. You could just memorize them. And go to lat long. Now it takes a little while to render. It has to download the software, but I'm going to apply and save, and then I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to resume. And now it has me frozen, and you can see the terrain is being generated, downloading what it needs from the Azure server. And then I'm going to turn the developer camera, and the airplane flies away, and it leaves me in the developer camera, which it seems to me works just like your showcase camera. So whatever, I use a Xbox controller, but you can use whatever. And I'm going to tilt down, and you can see there's that neighborhood that I grew up in. And I'm going to tilt back up, and I'm going to teleport a slew vertically down, and it'll take me right down to the location, to the street location in front of the house. And I'm going to try to get away from these trees. The trees are just overdone a little bit so far. They just the trees. This does not look anything like the house. The plan form of the house is the same. The driveway's in the right place. There's a pool there that wasn't there obviously when I grew up there, but there's a pool there now. But the plan of the house, the roof line, the gables, everything's perfect. And now we're going to try to, I think I'll try to drop down into the backyard and do a little trespassing on my old house that I grew up in, and see what that pool's like. It looks like the chimney fell over on the family room. And there's some grass growing in the pool. But other than that, it's a beautiful place. Don't you love that green moss growing on the walls there? Yeah, okay. Well, that's obviously when you get below about 500 feet in the satellite-only areas, it's not that great. A little bit lower in the obviously in the areas that are generated from the aerial surveys, the photogrammetry. But anyway, that's how you do it. You can just come up here and you can exit. I guess you got to close the window first and then exit. That menu will go away, and that's it. You should be able to click on any point in the map and right click and get those coordinates. And once you have those coordinates, you can teleport any place in the world, not just to addresses. I don't know about you, but I think this would be a nice feature for them to include in in the basic program without having to use a developer's menu. Should be able to just click. The other thing you can do with the developer's menu is you can change airplanes on the fly too. There's an aircraft menu there, but very useful, and I hope this has been a useful video for you. If you like my videos, be sure to give me a like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'd love to have comments from you. Thanks very much. See you in my next video.